guess I'm just not interesting. I have no personality. I met a guy with cancer, and he felt sorry for me. I've never been a social guy. I'm always making children cry. I guess that's just the way it's meant to be. Help me make it out of bed, 'cause I am scared and sad. Help me make it through the day, 'cause there's nothing out there for me anymore. 'Cause I'm always coming in last place and getting dirt kicked in my face, and everyone pushes ahead of me and no one stops to care. And I curse the gods each day in vain for giving me this life of pain, when all I really need's a little hug. Help me make it through the night, 'cause I am tired and alone. Help me make it through the night, 'cause I don't like myself. It's nobody's birthday. Don't light a candle on the cake. It's nobody's birthday. It was just a big mistake. It's nobody's birthday. No need to uncork the wine, 'cause it's nobody's birthday but mine. It's nobody's birthday. No tail on the donkey today. No need to celebrate being alive when your dreams get stolen away. It's nobody's birthday, so leave the party hats behind, 'cause it's nobody's birthday but mine. There'll be no balloon animals, no Chuck E. Cheese, no animatronics singing dogs. There'll be none of this for me. And don't give me any fucking birthday cards. I don't need your sympathy. The Hallmark stores are all closed and shit. There'll be none of this for me. It's nobody's birthday. There'll be no big surprise. The candle's flames were doused away by the teardrops from my eyes. Here we go. It's nobody's birthday. No need for presents at this time, 'cause it's nobody's birthday but mine. No, it's nobody's birthday but mine. God help me. God help me. Please don't hurt me. God save me from the life you gave me. Please, God, heal me from the hands you deal me. God, mend me from the pain you send me. Oh, God, help me. God, help me. Please redeem me. Don't grieve me. Please, God, spare me all the things that scare me. Oh, God. Oh, God, don't you see all this pain, all this misery, all this suffering, all this sorrow, all this paperwork, deadlines, bills, congestion, heartache, customer service. God help me. God help me. Please don't hurt me. Alone in my room, time after time, all I've got left is my will to survive. But I've got the fire burning inside, and I've waited so long for this moment in time. I'm gonna change, you wait and see. I'm gonna be the best I can be. I'll be much better than everybody, 'cause this time it's all about me. You can dream when you sleep, you can sleep when you're dead. The bitch is hungry and she needs to be fed. I'm not gonna have sand kicked in my face anymore till the day that I die. Show me the way, show me a sign, show me that this time it's my turn to shine. I'm gonna be so much better than you, 'cause this time it's all about me.
About me, it's all about me. Not you, it's all about me. Fuck you, 'cause it's all about me.
Early to bed, early to rise. Could I have a salad instead of the fries? The odds are against me, but what the hell? I'm gonna start standing up for myself. I'm gonna change, you wait and see. I'm gonna be the best I can be. I'll be much better than everybody, 'cause this time it's all about me. She was my true love. Now she's dead and gone. She made me feel whole, and when I felt she'd hold my hand when nobody ever would, she understood. She came with me everywhere I'd go. I miss her so. She was my only true love. She was all I would ever need. But now she's dead and buried under the willow tree.
Testing the mic, 1, 2, check. Testing, test, 1, 2, 2, 2. Hello, everyone. Hi, we're checking the mic. Computer, volume 10. Computer, what is the weather currently?
The current weather is 83 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and sun. Today, you can expect partly sunny weather with a high of 86 degrees and a low of 60 degrees.
Check. Check. Help. Okay. Whoo. Check. Hello? Help. 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 Hello, everybody, and welcome to Henry's Kitchen, where today I'm going to be teaching you how to make an Easter tradition called the Monte Cristo sandwich. And whether or not this is a Easter tradition all over the world throughout all of time, I have no idea. I just know that here in America, it's something that we eat. And hey, is that Andrew Andrist? Man, good to see you on here, Andy. If you don't know who Andy Andrist is, please go. I got confused by the Andrew part. Andy Andrist, go research everything about him. Good to see you, man. Thitchin Hat says, hi, Andy, which is actually Tick Knot. Apparently, I'm pronouncing it wrong. Okay, thanks for joining us, Andy. I'm going to show you a little picture of what we're doing today. That's not it. Fuck. Hold on. Yeah, I didn't pull down the picture yet. But we're going to be making a... Jeez. We're going to be making a Monte Cristo sandwich. And it's going to be delicious. Take a look at some of the ingredients here. We've got our regular sandwich bread. This particular one is sourdough. You could use rye, or you could use whatever. This is some type of jelly, usually grape jelly. This one's from, yeah, this one's still good, I think. Butter, cheese, turkey. I do not have ham. You can add ham, deli meats to this. I don't have it, but you can just imagine what it would be like with ham. And then we want a little bit of kosher Mediterranean non-iodized sea salt. from Grinder. And then we want cinnamon. It actually asked for nutmegs, but I don't know where my nutmegs are, so I'm just going to use cinnamon. 1 egg. And this is some mustard. We're going to be using that. And it's going to be good. Let's check in with the chat here a little bit. Purple Donut Filling His Fruit says chicken salad was $13 at Walmart. Is that normal? I really honestly wouldn't know. I honestly don't buy chicken salad. I might get a pizza or something. But Mateo PNP says, is Monte Cristo sandwich a salad? No, it's not. And I wish I could find the fucking picture of it, but I don't have it. Let's pull down. I know. We'll pull down a picture of it right now. Here we go. Okay. There it is in all of its splendor, the Monte Cristo sandwich. And that's what we're going to be making today. I don't know if I have confectioner's sugar, but you can use the regular. Speaking of regular, I'm having coffee, which is absolutely amazing. And I want to thank Game Master Flash for gifting me this Japanese coffee from Japan, from his trip to Japan. And it was just very nice of you. And also, it was freaking delicious, man. Thank you so much. And thanks to all the people that got me coffee. I haven't gone through. I know JSBX Fan and Dazzlecat and Lurkbull. I got a lot of coffee this last time around and a killer mug from Shouting Tom. So thanks, everybody. Mystic Sorcha says, I've got some Scottish breakfast tea. Cheers. All right. Cheers back to you. Have Anus Life says, can do a forcing. What does that mean? To do a forcing. I know who forcing is. Do you mean a foursome, but it auto-corrected? Purple Donut Filling His Fruit says, can you drink breakfast tea at lunchtime? Sure. So hold on here. What's this? Oh, we're going to have to turn the alerts off here. Okay, I want to check in also on the alerts here. We've got Pug Lady 2600. Fucking fruit flies, man. They're in season. Anybody here in the Southern California area will back me up on this. All of my entire house, well, I'm sure theirs too, is just covered with roaches and fruit flies. It's just 'tis the season, I guess. But it feels like I've just been killing them all morning long. And I've got some spray that it says unsafe for children and pets. And that's a good sign. If it's going to kill a human child, it's definitely going to kill a bug. You would think, unless they're like immune to it. Butt Smasher Masher says, hi, Henry. Happy Easter. Hey, happy Easter to you, too. Thanks again, Pug Lady, for your 33-month subscription. It's amazing. And hoping to get out to Phoenix sometime and hang out and do a show, go to Tucson, all those great places. Calicus says, this bitch is hungry and needs to be fed. I don't know what a Monte Cristo is, but really looking forward to it. Well, you're going to find out. And also, that's a quote from a Jose Suicidio song. And by the way, the Jose Suicidio album is just so close to being done. All the audio is just about there. The last song is being tweaked a little bit. But that album's going to come out in the next couple of weeks. It's a matter of, will it be released on vinyl first, and will there be some other merch like a booklet and all that stuff? I've been working with Jose Suicidio to try to figure out all those details. But it definitely, the audio and the album artwork will go up wherever you stream music. But there'll be some physical media also. Thanks, Calicus, for your subscription. And Duza says, ooh, Monte Cristos, wish I could stay, but I have Easter dinner. Oh, fuck. Well, I'm sorry, Duza. We would have liked to have seen you on here, and that's very disappointing. But have a good Easter dinner, and maybe you can catch it on the DVD after the fact. Guitar Joe, thanks for turning me on to Ravel, Henry. Under the Willow Tree always reminds me of Satie. And it was gratifying to find out that he was an influence of Ravel. Oh, okay. Does Satie precede Ravel? I know that Ravel precedes Fauré, who is influenced by Ravel, and Debussy, I believe. Or maybe Debussy precedes Ravel. Computer, does Debussy precede Ravel?
From ClassicFM.com. The resulting publicity did Ravel no harm at all, and he soon found himself moving in fashionable circles, widely recognized as both the natural successor to Debussy and France's most celebrated young composer.
Kind of answered the question, but sort of, I'd say that was pretty much a miss. Cher, not the singer, says, I think that's my backyard. Oh, is this your picture? Yes, I believe so. Here, I want to thank Cher, not the singer, for sending a picture of your backyard. Wow, it's absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, Cher, not the singer. And Parasitosis says, I feel bad that I have to watch the stream while watching John Woo's The Killer in the theater, but I feel obligated. You know, anything that you have to do to be able to watch the stream is okay with me. I know it might be annoying to some of the people in the movie theater to hear me talking. I mean, it's probably annoying for people that aren't even in a movie theater. Okay, I Slap Cat Butts says Henry is floating away like a balloon. No, this is all green screen technology. I'll show you. This just conceals. Interestingly, there's more insects in my real kitchen than there are in the great outdoors that's being depicted here. Speaking of I Slap Cat Butts, and by the way, I really appreciate you contributing pictures, and thank you so much for the Tier 3 subscription. I want to make it clear to everybody that I Slap Cat Butts slaps them very soft. Just gives them little pat-pats on the bottom. If you played it in fast motion, it would look like he's slapping them, but he's just giving them a comfy little pat-pat on the butt. And so I don't want anybody to think there's anything vile happening there. The Balderdash lad says, Henry, if you could ask the Easter Bunny anything, what would that be? Gosh, that's a good question. I'd say, what's it like being famous? Maybe. And you know what? That's actually a good intro to this song that we have that was requested by one of our very own users, Nancy Droodles. Let me grab the guitar here. The computer was just talking about how famous Ravel was during his time and how he would sort of shit on all the other composers like Debussy and Satie and Fauré. I'm not
quite sure how to help you with that.
I think that's what she was saying. I don't know. But we do know that we've talked a little bit about how famous some of these musicians get and how rich they get, and they get sort of out of touch. For example, computer, how much money does Jose Suicidio make every year on royalties alone?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Computer, how much is Jose Suicidio's net worth?
From Tuco KE. He has an estimated net worth of $4 million as of 2021.
$4 million. That's a pretty good amount of money for someone who just does the soundtrack for a YouTube series that generates maybe hundreds of dollars in a full year. Okay, so you should hear reverb now. And we're going to do a song. This old road beater guitar is finally showing signs of wear and tear. Yeah. It's in tune in some places. But we're going to do a Joe Walsh song called Life's Been Good to Me So Far, and it was recommended to us by one of our users, Nancy Drudels, who I got to hang out with, along with so many other great people at this show that we did a couple weeks ago at the Rosemont Zanies in Chicago. Let's find this one. So, a little bit about this song. This is, I don't know if Joe Walsh is talking about his own life or if he's just sort of satirizing the overwhelming riches that befall rock stars, and he's sort of poking fun at that kind of grandiosity. Nancy Drudels says Joe is a Chicago guy, I think. I don't know. Let's see. Computer, is Joe Walsh from Chicago?
Joe Walsh was born in North Barrington, Illinois in 1961.
Illinois is good enough. The Chunks says, Dark Ages, oh, good point. With any luck, some child with more balloons than common sense will try to follow in their footsteps. That's a response to something, but I didn't see what the original thing was. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do this song. I'm going to say he's making fun of rock stars, because if it was really him talking, it would be kind of braggy. Hopeful Equinox says, I know a Joe in the city of Mama. Computer, where is the city of Mama?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Where is Mama? Purple Donut Filling His Fruit says he got pulled over, now he don't drive. Roach Swallower says Mama Sita. Okay, there's some stuff going on in the chat that I'm not familiar with, but we're going to go ahead and do this song. Maybe we're going to pull out a different picture here. Thanks, I Slap Cat Butts, for this picture. And we've got a green screen. I don't think that's what we mean, though. It's not a literal green screen. It's not a picture of a green screen. You use the green screen in order to show the thing. JV's Tech, sort of along the same lines. Just kind of not the way the technology works. Okay, here we go. Zeke sends us this beautiful picture of some palm trees. I believe this was in Hawaii, according to the caption. So let's go ahead and do this. Here we go. And we're going to do this as though Jose Suicidio is singing about all of his own success as a songwriter after the royalties came in for Help Me Make It Through the Night. Not to be confused with the Chris Christopherson song. I have a mansion, forget the price. Ain't never been there, they tell me it's nice. I live in hotels, tear out the walls. I have accountants, pay for it all. They say I'm crazy, but I have a good time. I'm just looking for clues, the scene of the crime. Life's been good to me so far. My Maserati does 185. I lost my license, now I don't drive. I have a limo right in the back. I lock the doors in case I'm attacked. I'm making records for my fans, they can't wait. They write me letters, tell me I'm great. So I got me an office, gold records on the wall. Just leave a message, maybe I'll call back. Lucky I'm sane after all I've been through. Everybody says I'm cool. Yeah, he's cool. I can't complain, but sometimes I still do. Life's been good to me so far. Hopeful Equinox says the lyrics are inspiring. Yeah, maybe one day you too can be a famous rock star with a mansion and a Maserati and accountants that pay for everything. Probably not. I go to parties sometimes until 4. It's hard to leave when you can't find the door. But I'm a rock star, so I can drive drunk. When I get pulled over, I just have my accountants write them huge amounts of checks. Wow, this is like a verse that's must have been cut from the original or something, or from the one that was released. It's tough to handle this fortune and fame. Everybody's so different, I haven't changed. They say I'm lazy, but it takes all my time. Everybody says, oh yeah, oh yeah. I keep on going, guess I'll never know why life's been good to me so far. If you're a rock star, you can leave a party so drunk that you can't find the door and get in your Maserati and speed back to your mansion. They let you get away with it, I guess. Or, you know, I don't know. Maybe he was taking an Uber or a taxi back then. I don't know. Purple Donut Filling His Fruit says that was amazing. Thanks, Purple Donut Filling His Fruit. I appreciate that. Fat Hunger has joined us. Thank you very much, Fat Hunger, for joining us today. Let's check in on our alerts and see if we've got some action going on here. The Chunks, who's our friend from Vancouver, I believe, says, any advice for someone too tired or scared to get out of bed and into the kitchen? Asking for a friend. It's an existential problem. If you do not get up out of bed and go into the kitchen in the mornings, you won't thrive. That's called failure to thrive. You will die. You have to at least get up and go out somewhere and go to a donut shop or something. Hold on. I want to explain something. We've got a lot of alerts coming in, so I want to get to everybody, but I've been spraying some bug spray all over my place all day long. Every time I see a fruit fly, I spray it. And I think that I'm inhaling a lot of the fumes, and it's not only giving me sort of an allergy thing, but I'm also feeling kind of lightheaded and having breathing issues. At one point, I did a yawn, and when I yawned, I felt all of the spray in the air going into my body. And but it says it's safe for people. It just says it's unsafe for children and pets. I don't have a pet anymore. Okay, so let's take a look. So I want to thank the Chunks for that 28-month subscription. And in terms of advice to get out of bed, I don't know. Find something you like. Like I like coffee. There's a little guy here, and he's just pissing me off. He's depressing me. Everything is just bad. I'm talking about the fruit fly. Ursula, thanks for subscribing for 43 months, and it says, Happy Easter, and everybody, I'm sorry I'm late. The bunny held me hostage until I counted all of the eggs. I hope everyone's having a good weekend. Well, thank you, Ursula. That's very nice of you to subscribe, and I hope your day gets much better. And thanks for joining us today. We're going to be making a delicious thing. I'll show you a quick picture. No, that's not the pig. That's our ingredients anyway. But the Elusive Man, thanks for subscribing. Hope to see you at this year's SawCon. What's SawCon? Is that for the movie Saw or something? I want to go to some of these cons. Friends Schubert Thanks for subscribing for 47 months and says, Henry, do you know if there's some sort of city law that requires Trader Joe's parking lots to be unnavigable? Messes that support neither pedestrian nor vehicular traffic. I addressed it in one of my videos. I think it was the peaches and honey video that I did last year. But yeah, the Trader Joe's parking lots are notoriously just the worst. I don't know if it's because they happen in mini malls and they have to try to maximize profit by getting as many people sandwiched into those spaces as possible, but at the expense of our comfort, unfortunately. Ash K Thanks says, has cheered, or has subscribed. Thanks, Ash K Thanks. And Slater USA, thank you very much for donating 1 bit, and it says doing my part. Well, it's not required, but I really do appreciate it. And thanks again, the Elusive Man, for your subscription. And Franz Schubert, thanks. And the Chunks, and Pug Lady, and Calicus, thanks everybody. Hot dog is a verb. Henry, you could try natural remedy for the fruit flies and just let some bats loose in your apartment. Yeah, I thought about that. I mean, we always think of cats as being an animal that is supposed to take care of insect problems, and I had a cat for a while, but I don't want to start encouraging all kinds of murderous things happening in my apartment. What the fuck? Purple Donut Filling His Fruit has gifted 10 Tier 1 subs. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Purple Donut Filling His Fruit. And I think we have a song request from you. We do have a song request from you, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Also, Brady Sketty 19 cheered 2 bits and says, until Merry Easter, Henry, making mustard and rice burritos tonight. Ooh, sounds like someone's having a little bit of an Easter dinner. Very nice. Roach Swallower says, PDFIF, that was goated. Hey, thank you very much, Purple Donut Filling His Fruit. Let's go ahead and do your song now. Let's find the right... here we go. We're going to use Saguaro Ooze picture. This is one of the pictures taken from the new NASA mission. I think they are in... Are they in orbit at the moon yet, or are they still in transit? Caitlin's Kitchen says, we are all in this photo. Yeah, I don't know. Do we see the U.S.? I do see, apparently that's Africa, that big desert there. Your Scylla says, what a beautiful group photo. Yeah, unless we're on the other side, the dark side. And that, of course, brings us to this song. Brought to you by the wonderful band Pink Floyd. This song was requested to us by Purple Donut Filling Is a Fruit, who also just gifted us just a shit ton of subs, and that's very nice of you. It's Kate says, look at how flat that image is, makes you think. Yeah, it's a two-dimensional image, but I could see the confusion. Dark Ages says, cool thing about this particular photo is it's actually the unlit side of the Earth. That's moonlight. Oh, wow, really? So that's light that's getting shown onto the moon and then bouncing back and illuminating that side of the Earth. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's really incredible. Computer, where are the Artemis astronauts right now?
I couldn't find anything for Artemis 3: The Journey, a near-future fiction space exploration story of first woman and next man to walk on moon, at List of Mystery.
Yeah, so the computer, which has access to all of the knowledge that humans currently have available, doesn't have any way to find out.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Never mind. Okay, Caitlin's Kitchen says a pic of the Earth getting mooned. Real nice. Yeah, I guess you could look at it that way. Okay, here we go. We're going to do this song for Purple Donut Filling His Fruit, and thanks again for that wonderful generosity. Here we go. I think I might have to put this in a different key. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? I'm doing this wrong. Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts? It just gives you the chords, it doesn't give you the melody, and I should know the melody, I grew up with it, but sorry, this is really embarrassing. Hot ashes for trees, hot air for a cool breeze, cold comfort for change. All right, we're gonna do this right. I don't want to disrespect the folks from this band, Pink Floyd. We'll do it in the original key. And I'm gonna cheat. And just listen to a second of it. I don't think you guys are gonna hear it.
My dad never looked back at his old...
There's gonna be an ad for something or other.
Trust me.
There's like a 15-minute intro. Oh yeah, that's right, it's got the intro. So you think you can tell? Is that right?
So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain?
Sorry, everybody.
Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell?
And my guitar's out of tune and everything. All right, I'll give this one more try, and I feel bad because Purple Donut, my AC just went off. Purple Donut Filling His Fruit gave us 10 gift subs, so I really wanted to do this justice, and we got a cool picture of the moon behind me and everything. I just want it to really go well, so hold on a second. Here we go. Wait. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes for trees, hot air for a cool breeze, cold comfort for change? And did you exchange a walk-on part in the war for a lead role in a cage? How I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fish I got him. Pancake King says, man, what a stream moment. Yeah, no, we definitely got one. I feel weird about it, though, because it's just... Do they bleed? Computer, do fruit flies bleed?
From Answers.com. Fruit flies do have blood, but it is not the same as human blood.
I wasn't expecting it to be red. Chad G. Warden says, wish you were here, Henry. Yeah, wish you were here too. Caitlin's Kitchen says it's not the same, it's grosser. Yeah, it definitely is. Hey, thanks, Saguaro Oud. Thanks very much. Okay, we have one more song, but let's go through a couple of our pictures here. We really have a big meal to make today, and then I'm going to throw it all away so that I can not get any bugs. I'm going to eat it, though. I want to address a couple of people on YouTube every now and then. I guess they're just trying to bother me, get under my skin, and it does work. They'll say, you're wasting food. I try to make food that I can eat. If it's expired ingredients, then I'll try to figure out some creative way that I can teach and use up the expired ingredients that I had to throw away anyway. But I mean, we're talking about, you know, yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things. And I often point out that when you see a movie, you know, like Mall Cop or whatever, they use millions of dollars for their food budget, and they throw away most of it. Ayeeha says, put some hot sauce on it. I can. On what? Beanie Bobini says, zoom in and see if you can see me at the baseball field. Oh, maybe, but I don't know if this picture's probably not live. It's Kdex says, those people are wasting the comment section, which means wasting server space, wasting power, resources, and most likely food too. Yeah. Kamataru says, fun fact, did you know that if everyone in the world threw away 1 grain of rice at the same time, that would be a lot of rice? Yeah, but how do you get everybody to do that? You'd have to have world peace before you could do that. Everybody in the world, you'd have to, for one thing, you'd have to get the CEO of Netflix and the CEO of Warner Brothers or something to be in cahoots on it. They'd have to be fighting, you know, over some deal or whatever, and then they'd have to say, sorry, we got to do this rice thing, and then throw it and then go back. Or, you know, like world leaders right now, you know. I think it'd be really hard to get, like, Kim Jong-un to participate in throwing away 1 piece of rice with all of the people. It seems like impractical, I guess is what I'm saying. Dark Ages says CEOs love wasting resources. It'd be easy. Yeah, well, I don't know that we're wasting them in this scenario. If you're just throwing them all on the floor, you can pick them up afterward. You're going to cook it anyway, and that's going to cook out whatever it collects on the floor. Okay, Stuart has a great idea. Is it easier to get half the world to throw 2 grains away? Yes, that you could do. You just have all the VIPs not partake. Okay, so let's see. Maui Girl sent us a picture of her bus that she lives in and how they're building a structure over it to keep the water out, and that's very cool. Purple Donut Filling is Fruit says we're getting off. Yeah, we do tend to get off a little bit. Angry Penguin says, if we all pooped at once, would everyone be able to smell it everywhere? I don't think so, unless you're all in the same bathroom. Hansa Mazar says, hey Henry, can we maybe get a live performance of On the Shoulders of Freaks? Yeah, we can do that. Why not? I'm feeling a little bit whimsical. This is a song that I wrote many, many years ago, 35 years ago, something like that. And it's a song about how Isaac Newton was once asked how it was that he was able to see so far and so clear into to do what he did. And he said that he was standing on the shoulders of giants. And this is probably a perfect picture for that. It's a picture of the Jolly Green Giant that was sent to us by our intern, Beanie Bobini. I like this. I feel a little bit like I'm just with my head in his crotch. So there's another picture that Nancy Drudels sent of presumably the same thing. Is that true? Either way, this is going to work very well. We're standing on the shoulders of giants, and this is a song about that. Ancient philosophy was framed by prodigies, Aristotle, Plato, and Socrates. And even though their thoughts were deemed the aristocratic voice, they also had a thing for little boys. Catherine the Great, so it's been said, needed farm animals to be fulfilled in bed. From historic rulers to the ancient Greeks, we're standing on the shoulders of freaks. Isn't life pretty? Ernest Hemingway once said, and then he put a bullet through his head. Salvador Dali's surreal paintings were God sent. You'd never know he wore his own excrement. Licorice Rice Liqueur says, oh wow, it's the real Henry Lips. This is one of my fave songs of yours. Have the 95 version on my liked list back when you had some sick long hair. Thanks, Licorice Rice Liquor. That's hard to say many times in a row. Licorice Rice Liquor. Licorice Rice Liquor. Licorice Rice Liquor. Wow, thanks, Hans Mazar. Yeah, there was a period of time, well, when I was a teenager, when I was in high school, I had long hair, and then I cut it. And then there was a period of time in the early 90s when everybody was sort of growing theirs out again, and I did that, and then cut it again. But there are some videos and pictures. I didn't want to cut it, but it started receding here, and then it was just kind of not the coolest look. I never really had the coolest look anyway. I Slap Cat Butts says Henry Day. Toy boat. 3 times fast. Oh, maybe you meant to say. Yeah, okay, you corrected it. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. I think that one I can do. But Licorice Rice Liquor was hard. Purple Donut Filling His Fruit. I got into a middle-age crisis and grew my hair out again. Yeah, you know. I mean, but that when you do it when you're middle-aged, it's because you're giving up, I think. You're not trying to meet people. Licorice Rice Liquor says, I thought you used to look pretty cool, dude. I bet you were battling groupies off. I still think you look pretty cool, too. Yeah, no, I used to have to beat them off with a stick. Purple Donut Filling His Fruit says, haha, true. Yeah, the skullet is back in vogue. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for the song portion of today, and then it's going to be time here for us to do our cooking here segment. Going to go through a couple more of the alerts here, make sure I'm not missing anybody. Wow, thanks again, Purple Donut Filling His Fruit, not only for that song request, the trip down memory lane, but also, just generally speaking, gifting 10 Tier 1 subs. That was just extremely generosity. Generositous? Computer, what is the adjective form of generosity?
From Quora.com. The adjective form of generosity is generous.
Oh, yeah, generous. Yeah, thanks for being generous. Okay. Trooper Gaddy, thank you for subscribing at the Tier 1 level for 16 months with Prime. Thank you very much. Licorice Rice Liquor says generositous. That's what I thought it was. I thought it was something like that. Okay, well, I'm going to just go through the rest of the pictures that you submitted, the users of Henry's Kitchen. Here's one. What's this? Classic bacon and cheese chicken sandwich combo. I'm probably going to go ahead and get this. Popeyes. Yeah, we have a Popeyes down here near the Glendale Galleria. I think I'm going to go to it after this. After I cook whatever shit is that I'm doing here. Not to sound negative, but it's just not going to be nearly as good as the stuff in this picture here. Parasitosis sent us a picture of the Statue of Liberty. Wow, look at that. In all of her majesty. And what's that? The George Washington Bridge right behind her. New York City, that must be the Hudson River. Boy, she looks smaller in this picture. It's really... she makes the podium look small somehow. Thanks for sending that, Parasitosis. That's a great picture. Pancake King sent a picture of a butterfly. Very nice. Is this butterfly injured? I hope not. Dark Aegis says that's probably one on Kid Rock's porch, not the real one. Oh, really? Kid Rock has a Statue of Liberty on his porch? Well, he must be the most patriotic person in the world. Pancake King says it looks like a large butterfly resting on the surface of Mercury. Yeah, it really does. Did you try to pimp it? Kuma Taru says that's a butter sleep. Yeah. A monarch, says Stephanie. Beanie Bobini, our intern, says simply resisting. Simply resting, sorry. Hoot Witzer says they get tired of doing all those flowers. Yeah, I guess they probably need to rest at some point. Let's see what else we've got here in the picture chamber. Purple is a fruit. Sends us this nice picture of presumably their pet. Very nice. Looks like this guy's just had it. And maybe you're cooking up something nasty. That's what roast beef used to do. He'd bury his head into the couch. Thanks, Purple Donut filling his fruit. What is this guy's name or this person's name? Pancake King, I did not eat the butterfly. Okay, good. All right. Username is unavailable sends us this picture. The Henry. So this must be a restaurant. Every now and then there's some confusion. There'll be a restaurant and they'll say, you know, we really don't like what you do and it's causing confusion. We have a very expensive brand here and we're trying to get a high clientele. And then they search Henry's Kitchen and it makes people want to throw up. But, you know, who are they to tell me what I can do and what I can't do? Okay, so what else do we got here? WTF sends us this picture from Whamola Wieners. Whamola. And where is this? The Glizzy Mobile. That's a sick wiener. Yeah, I would say. All right, let's see what else we've got here. We're almost through all the pictures. Wow, we have a lot of pictures this time around. A couple of... It's Kate sent us this nice picture from my childhood. That was the Easter Bunny. What is that, a tombstone on the right? My eyes aren't very good. And thanks, It's Kate, for that childhood memory. And Stephanie sends us a picture. Now, did you say your cat won a contest? Stephanie, what's this critter's name? I don't want to misgender the cat. This person, I guess, is the best way to say it. Donut Cat. Stephanie says Romeo. Oh, Romeo. Very cool. I love it. What a fun Easter pick that is. Thanks for sharing that. Guitar Joe says, my dog predicted a dry thunderstorm a few hours before the weather app. Animals. Animals are amazing. Yeah, they sure are, Guitar Joe. All right, well, let's see. I don't know if the rest of the pictures are animal related. Well, we have Maui Girl sent us this one. This is sort of animal related. Is this in Hawaii? Somebody's surfing Easter bunny. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. Isla P. Catbutts sends us this picture of presumably hell or some type of hellish type of environment. I like it. Licorice Rice Liquor says, I'm so sorry for Meatloaf as well, Herney. He was so beautiful and good at slapping boxes. Yeah, it was roast beef, but Meatloaf is pretty damn cute too. He started looking a little bit like Meatloaf toward the end there. And my Meatloaf was starting to look like roast beef. Mimsy Coon says, Pearl just got her nails clipped. 'Tis was a struggle. I had to make a muscle out of our old dog's harness, and I feel bad, but her claws hurt when she jumps up, so it had to be done. Oh, yeah, sometimes it's hard. We want to do these things for our animals, and we know that they probably think we're being an asshole, but it's all for their own good. Thanks, dude. Tranquil. Yeah, it's been more than a month now, but it's still a little depressing here at Henry's Kitchen since the loss of roast beef. Okay, I think that's all the pictures. Well, we got one more. This is Angry Penguin. Sends us this picture of Chesapeake Bay. And is this from the Artemis mission also? Angry Penguin says, Henry, watch out for Dark Lord Sauron. He's right behind you. Oh my God. Well, there's a green screen behind me. Mimsy Coon says she got her favorite chew stick as a treat. Very nice. Glad to hear. Roach Swallower says, hey, I can see me in this pic. Angry Penguin says it's from the ISS, the International Space Station. Wow, very cool. It looks almost upside down. The Chesapeake Bay Bridge is absolutely amazing. It takes many miles to go through, and I used to do it as a kid. My dad would make us hold our breath when we went under the tunnels, and my brother passed out. Okay, here we go. I think that's going to do it for the pictures today. Let's get into some of the cooking here. Okay, well, here we are. This coffee is old and cold, but that's okay. Well, here we are, the fucking kitchen. Caitlin's kitchen says Reverbison. Yeah, I'm fixing that now. Yeah. It reeks of various toxic sprays, and I've been breathing them in all day, and that's why I'm a little bit sort of lightheaded and not really sharp. I'm not on the qui vive, as our French friends say. Okay, so I'm just going to be a little bit slow, but don't worry, it's going to happen. Let's talk a little bit about... Computer, tell me a little bit about the Monte Cristo sandwich. Computer, tell me a little bit about the Monte Cristo sandwich.
According to Wikipedia, a Monte Cristo sandwich is an egg-dipped ham and cheese sandwich that is pan-fried. It is a variation of the French croque monsieur.
Okay, the French croque monsieur. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this says here. The Monte Cristo. What do you do when you can't decide between a turkey or a ham sandwich? Use them both to make a Monte Cristo sandwich. Sweet, salty, cheesy, and buttery, it's the best of all the worlds. This indulgent recipe layers ham, turkey, and Swiss with custard-soaked bread, pan-fried until golden, served with, etc. Have extra ham and turkey, and again, we don't have ham. This comes to us from the Culinary Stripper, and it's called the Monte Cristo sandwich. Stuart says a Monte Carlo sandwich is when you make a bunch of random sandwiches and choose the best. Ooh, okay, that sounds like a good dish to try sometime. Okay, in researching the sandwich, I found that its origins are debated. Many believe it was created as a twist on the popular French croque monsieur, finding popularity in Southern California restaurants in the 1950s. An early recipe appears in the original Brown Derby cookbook, 1949. Disneyland is particularly well known for its version of the Monte Cristo sandwich, a mainstay on the park's Blue Bayou restaurant. Recipes both regionally vary by cook. At its core, the Monte Cristo is made... You know what? Fuck this. Let's just go ahead and start making it. I'm tired of reading about it. This thing goes on forever. Like it goes on so many pages. And there's pictures. It's like a book. Oh, wow. This is a really good picture of it. I'm going to show it to you guys. What would I do? That's one of them, but there's another one here. Yeah, look at that. It looks delicious. So I'm excited. Scrolling way down here. We're going to soften 1 tablespoon of butter. Well, it's been sitting out here for an hour, so I think it's probably already softened. Butter, and very lightly butter 1 side of 2 slices of the bread. Okay, so right out of the gate, they're getting complicated. So we're going to pull out 3 slices of bread for this. This is going to be an epic situation that we're doing here. I've got some water on my plate because I sprayed bug spray on it and I wanted to rinse it before we cooked on it. So hopefully I got most of the bug spray off there, but if I didn't, well, then I'll die. Who cares? Okay, here's this. So we need 3. So this is a lot of bread. This is a lot of carbs. And let's keep this all fresh so the bugs don't get in there. Okay, and we're gonna, what are they saying here? They want very lightly butter 1 side of the 2 slices. Wait, 1 side of 2 slices of the bread and both sides of the 3rd. What the fuck? They want me to butter 1 side of 2 slices. Okay, so I guess I'm going to take 2 slices and I'm going to just do 1 side of each of these. I think. I think there's probably an easier way they could have said it. Butter, one side of 2 slices. I've never heard that. Okay. And then this one. I can already tell I'm going to be running out of space real easy here. But now I'm getting butter on the other side of this, but I don't think there's any way to avoid that. If you get a little extra butter, it's not going to kill you. Computer, what's the worst thing that can happen if you have too much butter?
Too much butter can add extra calories and fat to your diet, which may lead to weight gain over time. It's best to enjoy butter in moderation as part of a balanced diet. For personalized advice, consult a healthcare professional.
Okay, yeah, so you gain weight. No big deal. All right, so now I think what it's saying is it wants me to do both sides of a third. So you're doing 2 sides of the third slice of bread. Both sides of the third slice of bread. So that's, I think we did this right. We're going to find out. And look, I just put a whole hole in this thing too. Okay, so hopefully that's enough of that. Spread. Beanie Bo Beanie. Beanie Bo Beanie, thank you so much for gifting 2 Tier 1 subs. That's very kind of you. And thanks for being a great intern here at Henry's Kitchen. And Krogana 707. Thank you very much, Krogana, for your subscription as well. So thank you guys, and thanks, Beanie. If anybody's curious, we have 294 subscribers right now, and I think that's nothing to sneeze at. Unless you like sneezing on subscribers. Techformthy says, what happens if I eat a whole stick of butter every day? Well, I mean, you'd gain a lot of weight is what the computer says, but I don't think that's going to be so bad. Okay, let's, what's next here? Where's my, oh yeah, here it is. Okay, so now spread the Dijon mustard. I don't think this is Dijon actually, but I don't think it matters. Computer, could I use regular mustard instead of Dijon?
Yes, you can use regular mustard instead of Dijon in most recipes.
Awesome.
It will give your dish a slightly different flavor, but it should still work well.
What the fuck? Well, first I want to thank ADHDJ for your 4-month subscription and cooking, and then also Purple Donut Filling is Fruit has gifted us 10 Tier 1 subs. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for doing that. Very kind of you. Your generosity is overwhelming, and we here at Henry's Kitchen appreciate it. Beanie Bo Beanie says he's drunk. I hope not, because then he's doing it against his better judgment. But please let us know, Purple Donut Filling is Fruit, is if this is the result of inebriation or just extreme generosity, or both. Thank you so much. Purple Donut Filling is Fruit says, kind of. Okay. Roach Swallower says, Purple, you are so kind. I agree. All right, so let's go ahead now and do this next step. We're going to spread out our mousstarde onto the unbuttered side of one slice of bread. So that would be this one. Dijon mustard. The unbuttered side of one, and then a teaspoon of our jam or jelly onto the unbuttered side of the final slice. So this is the other slice that we didn't do one of the sides. Oh shit. You guys want to see this. Boy, there's a lot of putting condiments onto our bread. But I think this is probably all we're going to get out of this jar. It looks pretty much done for. I used a lot of it up in my recent video that you might have seen on Patreon about using old condiments. Okay, so we're going to assemble now. Okay, so let's clear all this shit out. I think we're done with the mustard. And maybe not the butter, but definitely done with this shit. Okay, so we are going to assemble the sandwich in the following order. 1 ounce. I'm sorry, everybody. I know you have questions. My brain normally doesn't work very fast anyway, but also I'm a little lightheaded from all this bug spray. But the beekeeper says, Henry, my wife was asking, and I don't know the answer. What's the difference between jelly, jam, and preserves? I think it's regional. In the Midwest, in America, I think they say jam. Jelly is more of a New Jersey thing, and preserves, I think, is our friends across the pond in England. Angry Penguin says butter jelly and mustard sandwich. Well, so far, yeah. But here, I want everybody to just kind of shut up for just a second, and I know you have questions. We're going to get to all of them. But this is going to have to be something that I have to sort of focus on because they're phrasing it in a very strange way. It's just complicated. Assemble sandwich in the following order. 1 ounce slice of Swiss Gruyere. This is sharp cheddar. I think that's fine too. On top of the Dijon. So in this case, just on top of our mustard. Okay. And then followed by the ham. We don't have ham. So already there's a lot of things going wrong. But the slice of fully buttered bread, that's this one here because it's got it on both sides. There. Actually, I think I'm going to do turkey on that one side. Something like that. And then the slice of fully buttered bread is that one. And then the turkey. Okay. And then another slice of the Gruyere. I think I'm going to do one more turkey. I think the turkey's going to end up being the best part of this whole situation. Resealable, except for it's got a big gap there. All right, we're done with the turkey. Put that back. And then it wants 1 slice of the Swiss Gruyere, which is cheddar in this case. And the remaining slice of the bread, jelly side down. That's this. Okay, it worked out because that's the one that we have left there. Okay. So, and the remaining slice, trim crusts if desired. I don't need to trim crusts. Loosely wrap the sandwich with plastic wrap. Oh, fuck. I don't have any more plastic wrap. I have tin foil. And weigh it down with a grill press or skillet for 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to wrap it like this. What do they mean weigh it down? I mean, I could take my skillet or whatever. I've never done anything like this. This is stupid. Am I doing this right? a grill press for 3 to 5 minutes. But I'm going to get all the butter. Licorice Rice Liquor says you're doing great. Okay. I see. We're weighing it down. Put something heavy on it. So it's like we did with our smash burgers. I didn't know we were making smash Monte Cristos. Ursula says, you're doing great, sweetie. Thank you very much, Ursula, for that vote of confidence. Stephanie says, give it CPR. Angry Penguin 922 says, make sure you do the compressions to the beat of Another One Bites the Dust. Okay. I think we're good. I think we've smashed this thing enough. Let's take a look at what we've got. Yeah, and that's what I thought was going to happen. We lost a lot of butter on that. And what's this? Oh, that's the jelly from the other side. Okay. 3 to 5 minutes. Why would we have to do that for 3 to 5 minutes? That's ridiculous. In a shallow dish. Okay, well, we could use our dish that we have. It's pretty shallow. Whisk together some egg. Oh yeah, our egg. Like so. Okay. Milk. How much milk? It says we want 1 tablespoon milk. I've got some organic 1% milk fat, low fat milk. Clean this out. And next up we've got, I didn't know there was going to be so many directions. This is like probably one of the more difficult things that we've had to do here at Henry's Kitchen. Followed by, okay, sandwich with plastic, okay. We're going to whisk this together with the milk, and we want a little bit of our salt. And now of salt, does it want, yeah, a pinch. Computer, how much is a pinch of salt?
A pinch of salt is generally about a teaspoon, though this can vary slightly depending on how tightly you pinch. It's a small amount used to enhance flavor in cooking.
It's impossible to put a teaspoon here. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to look at a teaspoon and just try to imagine how much salt that would be. But I don't know why we really need that much salt anyway. Computer, what's the worst thing that can happen if you have too much salt?
Too much salt can lead to high blood pressure, which may increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. It's best to balance your sodium intake and consult a healthcare professional for personalized advice.
Okay, so nothing big. Okay, so I've put some cinnamon in there along with, it's supposed to be nutmeg, but it's not. That's okay. Let's grab our whisker. We're going to use the baby whisker for this because I don't want to make a big mess with some giant whisker. It's Kate X says said it can lead to high blood pressure, but not it will. Yeah, we might be one of the lucky ones. All right, so this is whisking up pretty good. Guitar Joe says teaspoon. What's the computer smoking? Yeah, I know. A teaspoon of salt is a lot, I would think. I don't think I wound up using that much, but it is a savory dish. It's a combination of savory and sweet. It's French toast, which is like a sweet thing, but it's also got the turkey sandwich, grilled cheese sandwich aspect of it. Okay, I think we've done this enough. Let's go ahead now and what are we doing here? Until some liquid. Okay, we're going to dip our sandwich into the egg mixture until some of the liquid absorbs but isn't falling apart. So we don't want to be falling apart here, obviously. Melt together our vegetable oil and remaining butter over medium heat. Running out of storage space here. I want to get everybody to see this in the camera. Fuck! Sorry, everybody. This is the kind of thing that attracts the bugs. I almost missed it. Okay, so now we're going to push on and let's go ahead and put our butter onto our pan. Get it all nice and buttery. And this is supposed to be vegetable oil. I don't think I have any more oil. I have Acevedo and then I've got some olive oil, but I don't think that's the type they want. Also, I don't know why we're putting so much butter on this anyway. I'm going to put the butter away before it kills us. But you know what? We've made so much stuff here on the live show of Henry's Kitchen that came out tasting like shit. And I don't want to do that today. I have to eat. And I'm hungry. So if putting extra butter is the secret that restaurants use when they want you to keep coming back to the restaurant because the food tastes so good, that's what Anthony Bourdain said. He said in everything you eat, even if it's like French onion soup, it's like a stick of butter. And I feel like by using so much butter here, we've got a shot at making a restaurant tasting thing. The Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Denny's, everything, they all use tons of butter, and that's how their food is so delicious. Okay. I don't think I even want this much butter anymore. It's kind of grossing me out. All right. Let's go. Melt together, okay. And we're going to cook this thing for 3 to 4 minutes on each side until the sandwich is golden and the cheese is melted. So what it's going to look like is it's going to look like that. So let's finish what we started here with the egg soaking situation. So they don't want it to be falling apart, but they do want it completely immersed or submerged in the egg mixture. Okay. So we lost a little bit of it there, but that's okay. I'll probably throw that away. And computer, set timer for 4 minutes, please.
4 minutes, starting now.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. I know you have questions. I want to get to them. So let's see here. Purple donut filling is fruit. Thanks again for that generosity. It's very kind of you. And Tech4Mythy says they should call this the Butterface sandwich. Yeah, you've got butter on each of the faces of it, even the inside faces. Oscillator says, I can already tell this is going to turn out great. Hey, thank you very much, Oscillator. I appreciate the positivity. Internet V7 says, Henry, I think you need more egg. Well, I do have some more egg that we can put on there from this. I don't have a lot. It only wanted one egg. Maybe this is a healthy version of it. T-Girl says, this seems hard. Is there anything wrong with just not eating? I've done it. I don't recommend it. I would say at least order pizza or something like that. This is the dish that I'm going to be plating with, so I want to sort of wash it. I can't really use my normal utensils. I see a bug. I'll be right back. I have what can only be referred to as an infestation of bugs. I caught one and I squished it, and then when I went to the toilet to flush him down the toilet, there was another one in the toilet. Your Spacey says, when you love living in California and the abundant water there, is that what it is? There's so much water? I thought most places had water. You know what? When I used to go to Florida, they have something called palmetto bugs. I didn't put a bag in there. They're sort of like roaches, I guess. Palmetto bugs suck. Yeah, because they fly. That feels like that shouldn't be fair. Frank Hollywood says, I have water and I'm not from Florida. Yeah, I think most places have water. Okay. Nancy Drudel says, Henry, you're infested with talent. Oh, that's very nice of you. What a positive thing to say. Maybe we could meet halfway and say, I'm infested with talent and bugs. All right. Gotta wash this. Computer, stop. Okay, we're gonna flip. Okay, looks a little like French toast. I don't mind how this is coming out. Computer, set timer for 4 minutes.
4 minutes, starting now.
Hold on, everybody. Just organizing stuff. Okay, I think what we're going to spend this 4 minutes doing is just kind of generally prepping for our plating situation. Having a hard time here. Looks weird. Okay, something like that. Okay, hey, Fondue Yourself. Thank you very much, Fondue Yourself, for subscribing with Prime. Very nice of you. Maui Girl says it looks really good. Hey, I'm glad to hear that. Beautiful char. It says purple donut filling is fruit. Guitar Joe says minus the jam, I'd totally make this. Yeah, well, we're out of jam anyway. Angry Penguin says maybe soak it in vinegar and baking soda and wash it with borax or OxyClean. Are you talking about my sandwich? Or just my kitchen? Soak it in vinegar. OxyClean. Okay. What do we got here? Melt together. Transfer to paper towels to drain. Okay, we can do that. We've got that. I'm going to set up a paper towel situation. ADHD says, yeah, check those primes, chat. Exterminators aren't cheap. Yeah. Vinegar sandwich with borax, yum. Okay, transfer to paper towels. We're going to do that in a second here. Heat the remaining jam or jelly in a small saucepan or microwave until warmed. We're not doing that. Dust with a little bit of confectioner's sugar. Slice in half. Serve with jelly on the side. Well, I mean, I do have a little bit more jelly. But all I have is a very old jelly. I think I'm going to skip the jelly. We're just going to have the sandwich as is. It looks like it's going to be very good. Computer, how much time left on the timer? Computer, how much time left is on the timer?
You have 1 minute left on your 4-minute timer.
Okay, that went by pretty quick. Hey, Evil Bobfish. Thank you very much, Evil Bobfish, for subscribing for 2 months. That's very kind of you. Ethernet says add mayo to it. I don't know. I might just have it as is. I mean, it's got condiments and jelly and all this stuff. Must Be True has subscribed. Thank you very much, Must Be True, for your subscription here. And ADHD says, woo primers. Yeah, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. It's been a struggle, I'll be honest with you, in terms of doing this stream and also having the roach and fruit fly infestation. But here's what I've always said, and I always think of this story, and it could be apocryphal. Hey, thanks, you're Spacey. Thank you very much, you're Spacey. Apparently, computer, stop. There was a gala event where Stevie Wonder was slated to perform, as well as Mariah Carey. And Mariah Carey didn't want to perform because she just wasn't feeling it. And Stevie Wonder took her aside and said, Mariah, you have a gift that was given to you by God. And the purpose of that gift is to go out and share it with those people. And if you don't share the gift that you have with those people, that is a sin against God, and you will go to hell. So am I the Mariah Carey of cooking explaining? I like to think so. And I think that if I didn't teach you how to cook, just because I had some bugs here and there, well, not only would I miss out on probably the most fun thing that I do during the week, but also I just inhaled some bug spray. But also I'd be sinning against God and go to hell. All right. Boy, it really smells nasty with this bug spray. It's very depressing and sad. But that's okay. I don't want to keep complaining about this. Let's go ahead and cut this up into halvesies. Here we go. Now I probably could put some maple syrup or something on it. Okay, it's very hot. I'm going to let this cool down. But let's take a look at the one that is in the picture here. Nope, that's our friend Bill Larkin playing depressing music. I, for the life of me, can't figure out why it does that. That's ours. Here's the picture. I'd say we're doing pretty damn good. What the fuck? Okay, Purple Donut Filling His Fruit has just gifted 10 Tier 1 subs. In addition to having done that twice before. That's very, very kind of you, Purple Donut Filling His Fruit. Very, very generous of you. And right now, we're showing that we have 312 subscribers, which is really good for us here at Henry's Kitchen. And it could be that Purple Donut Filling His Fruit is inebriated. And similar to how I used to have times when I would get drunk and I would just fall for every one of those infomercials where you know, for the price of a cup of coffee, you can keep so-and-so alive or whatever. But I hope that Purple Donut Filling His Fruit is of sound mind, because I wouldn't want to feel guilty about this. But this is extreme generosity. 30 Tier 1 subs. Thank you so much. And then Purple Donut Filling His Fruit has a message here. It says 312 and a half. Oh, is that what it is? Because it says here, oh, wow, 322 subscribers now. We're doing very well, thanks to you. And to these other folks like Urspazy and Must Be True and Evil Bobfish and Fondue Yourself. Thank you so much, everybody. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do our thank you song now. And this is a song idea that I had because I was wanting to thank all of the technical advisors, the nice folks that did the... Purple Donut Filling His Fruit gifted a Tier 1 sub to Guitar Joe. That's very nice of you. And welcome, Guitar Joe, to the community. When I started, people started coming forward and helping. You know, the folks that run the Discord, the moderators, the Tier 3 subscribers, the technical advisors, the big name streamers who've done collaborations with us and done raids to send their audience to us. So much generosity. So I'm going to do it to the tune of Queen's We Are the Champions. And there's one part I always mess up. Okay, we'll see if I get it. I don't know. But here we go. This is a thank you to you. Falcon and Dingo Bob, Dom Beef Hot Bear 1110, Do Dingle Dog Goggle, Dr. Flanges and Baccoos, and also Shane, yes, Beelzebub, Mochi's Nirvana, It's Kid Kairos, a Bumble Vision, and the LGS. Chef Reactions, Husky Boy, oh, Bill Larkin Music. Moon, 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 Amarillo, Orca Mine. S. Van and Bonnie too. Dazzle Cat and Very Little Quest and Horse and Vanilla Parasitosis. And don't forget Quanto. Beanie Bo Beanie. Dazzle Cat Zodbane. Toke My Nuts. Saguaro Woo Burrito 555. I've Dinosaur and I Slap Cat Butts. JV's Tex Higgly Boy. BLSB Hand Lips 1. Caitlin's Kitchen Embry 225. Yargasm, Nico Tazo, Michael Bublé 4422, Potato Cat Breeder, Passion Airman Hoshin 64. Midnight Faded, JSBX Fan, SET's Pool Boy, 789 and D's Nuts. Game Master Flash, Mimsy Cone, the Cat Food Taste Tester, Cheernex. Moji's Nirvana, Red Hot Hibachi, Ransom GR, SET Tips, Michelle, Happy Lisi T, Purple Donut, Filling Its Fruit, Tankard and Borson, Vin Zodiac Tone, Gary, Busey, ASMR, Lurkbull, Shandis, Nova Clay, and Mr. Gooseberry VT. Don't forget Quanto. Ooh, what key did I end on that? That was weird. But you know what? We did it, and that's okay. It's not all about always doing everything well, or even acceptable, or even mediocre. Cher, Not the Singer, says amazing. Thank you. Thanks for your applauses, everybody. That was very difficult to get through with all those names, but we did it. Chamomile says amazing. Roach Swallower, but it's about doing it. It really is. Ethernet V7, you couldn't be more right. It says sandwich time. It's time to take a look at this freaking thing that we've made. Oh my God. Look at this. This is insane. It's supposed to be even ham too. And then you dip it in jelly, but I mean, that's just too much. I'm gonna take a big old bite of this, and I'll let you know what I think. I don't have confectioner's sugar or jelly or all that other stuff. Sheepus Bleepus says it's looking tasty. Dark Ages says this is going to be fucking delicious. I can feel it. Wow, I hope you're right. Angry Penguin says it cut itself while you were singing. No, we cut it. I think we cut it on the stream. Maybe I didn't switch the camera. Tech 4 Mathie says it's about the faces buttered along the way. Absolutely. And we did a lot. The Beekeeper 219 says River Bison. That's code word for the reverb is on. Fixing that right now. Okay. Check. Here we go. The moment of truth. Got a nice corner here we're going to take a bite out of. The question is whether it's pretty good or fucking delicious. Jesus Gramp says it looks delicious. It does look really good. It's a tiny bit bland and dry, but I think that's because I didn't do the other stuff. Let's just call it fucking delicious. If I was dipping this in jelly and I had the confectioner's sugar and the ham, this is it. This is the Monte Cristo sandwich. This is the Easter time. It's very famous to do a Monte Cristo sandwich on Easter. This goes all the way back to Disneyland in 1949. We did it. If you're like me and you have problems with digestion, irritable bowel syndrome, constipation, diarrhea, loose stools, I wouldn't eat this, but I'm going to eat it anyway because that's just a trade-off that I'm willing to have at this point because I'm starving. Hey, looks like What the Duck just joined up for 45 months. Amazing. Thanks, What the Duck. Good to see you. It says here, hey, Henry, glad I finally managed to catch the stream today. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. Lately, it's been hard to stay up till 3 a.m. here, and sometimes I get so tired I fall asleep while type, and then it stops. Uh-oh, I hope you're okay. But thank you very much for your subscription. And Angry Penguin says, if you have poop problems, don't eat, otherwise enjoy. Yeah, that's what they say. Fondue Yourself says you're going to have those problems whether you eat this or something else. May as well. Ooh, that's a good point. Fondue Yourself says you're going to have these problems. Okay, so that's probably the best advice to leave it on. if you have gastrointestinal issues, you're going to have them anyway. So just enjoy your life. And I think that's a good thing to say at the end here. I want to thank everybody. The Jose Suicidio album is so close to done. The music is pretty much all there. It's just going to be about rolling out the release and trying to figure out what administrative type stuff I have to help Jose with on that. But I want to thank everybody for joining us here today. And hopefully one day I'll get rid of all these fucking bugs in my apartment. It's very distressing. Computer, tell me a little bit about the psychological effects of having bugs in your house.
From NIH.gov. Most studies, 85%, reported positive effects on measures of psychological well-being, including increased life satisfaction and happiness.
Okay, I might be wrong about that. Or the computer might be wrong. I don't know. It seems like there's always some problem. But, okay. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Thanks, Chamomile, Matt Glad, Narcoleptic Rage, Tech for I Slap Catbots. Thank you so much to everybody for joining us here today. I'll see you on Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific for the normal lesson. Thanks, Dark Ages. Cyclist, thanks. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Maui Girl. Everybody who sent pictures in. Hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend and enjoy your week. Thanks, everybody.